Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Shem Yeshua, Bashim Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who risk their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called niggers, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Yakalia, and I'm from the GMS Kingston camp. And this video is about the mark of the beast prophecy, which is a microchip. Alright, so the brother GMS Watchman, he did a very quick video of this white-looking woman stating the digital identification system. Alright, now the digital identification system is something that is also being pushed and developed alongside these central bank digital currencies, right? The central bank digital currency is going to be the new financial system coming in, which is a digital way to pay. The money is going digital, all right? So they're building that infrastructure for that digital payment system. You have the digital identification system, which works with biometrics plus a plethora of everyday life things, all right? Everything that you do. All right, and it's all being merged onto one. And so the brother did this video regarding digital ID, the grapho. Now, he says the grapho because in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." So the mark of the beast prophecy had to do with buying and selling. The mark of the beast is the microchip. All right, when you go to the word mark, the charagma, it talks about it. That is the physical microchip. You go to G5482, the charax is the device used to administer the microchip. And then when you go to G11255, it talks about the grapho, which is going to be the information stored on that microchip. All right, and what they're doing with these digital identification systems, that's what it is, okay? And that's why everything is being consolidated and merged onto it as well, all right? And you'll see that when I bring out some images. But first, let's listen to what she has to say.
Regarding the digital IDs. Yesterday in Canada, Justin Trudeau met with all of our provincial premiers and basically told them that we will not be able to get funding for our healthcare unless the premiers agree to the digital IDs. I will show all the proof. Now, those of you who think that digital IDs are great, they are not. Let me show you what these digital IDs will actually entail when it comes to control. Here's an overview basically of everything that will be included in the digital IDs. This can be found on the WEF website and also on all of the provincial and government websites. You will have healthcare. You will not be able to access any healthcare without this digital ID. Financial system. You will actually not even be able to carry out bank accounts or carry out anything online regarding financial transactions. Food and sustainability. This says for farmers and consumers. You will not be able to get into stores. You will not be able to even sell anywhere. Once they have this system in place, this is where the digital currency will come in. Travel and mobility. We saw that with the Arrive scam app. Humanitarian responses, which is basically just garbage. It's in case something happens, they will be able to track and find you, including if you don't want anything injected in your body. E-commerce. You will not be able to shop online. Then you have social media platforms. You will literally need this ID in order to get TikTok, Twitter, or Facebook. No more fake accounts. You have e-government. So if you want your taxes done, any sort of benefits from there, you will need this. Then it gets even scarier. Telecommunications. You will not be able to actually get an internet provider without this digital ID, and they will be able to track you. And then up there you have smart cities, and we all know what those are. Those of you who think I'm lying, here's the federal condition. In order for us to access our money, our tax money.
Right. So it's a part of it, man. It's a part of it, and everything is going to go into it, okay? And it's all going to be, it's a stepping stone before the microchip, and it's simply just going to be merged and put onto that microchip. That's that grapho, you know? But here it is from the Google You just type in digital ID WEF. And you can see right here, as she stated, all these things. So at the top, it's talking about, you can see it. So digital identity, entities, devices, people, things. What else is there? You know, when you think about how life operates. The thing at the top that's going to be merged to it, financial services to open bank accounts to carry out online financial transactions. That's where your central bank digital currencies come from. That's where the buy and sell portion of the prophecy comes from. Okay. But there's more to it because the entire thing goes into Esau Edom's NWO agenda, right? They have this idea of their own utopia, right? The wicked elite of Esau Edom have imagined this. And so they want to bring in a new system, which is really a new, harsher slavery system where they will be able to have more power and more control over the people of the world, right? And they find it easier to cull the population, that's a part of their agenda, and then also to make the world operate under one, right? One currency, one government, one rulership, one everything, right? This is the system these men are going to attempt to bring in. So it has a financial services, food and sustainability. Yes, your food is going to be tied to it. Do not be surprised if when the system comes in, that when you go to the grocery store, you're only allowed to purchase X, Y, and Z amount, even though you supposedly have more funds to spend using your microchip. Okay. Travel and mobility, of course, that the passports are going to be merged to it. Humanitarian response, to access services, to demonstrate qualifications to work in a foreign country. Okay. So it says to access services. So you're going to need it to access services, right? If you don't have it, then you can't access the services, right? That's what is going to be ultimately with the microchip. If you don't have the microchip, you cannot buy or sell. You can't be a part of the system. You won't be able to be a part of the system unless you have it. E-commerce, all right, online businesses, which also includes payments, social platforms, as she mentioned, right? It will soon be, unless you have your digital identification system and everything that it entails, that you won't be able to sign up for social media. They have shown you over the years that they have been seeking more and more information from you in order to go on these social media platforms. They're requesting, I remember back in the day, I remember when Facebook launched, and I was born in the 90s. Okay, I remember Facebook launched, you could just sign up for Facebook. It was easy, you could just sign up for things. It was just simple and easy. Then eventually they started to bring in seeking more information from you. Not only Facebook, but from, at that time it was Hotmail, then it went to and Yahoo, and then when Google, Gmail came around, they were asking for more information from you. Then eventually they started to tie in your phone number to it, and then they're telling you, oh, for security measures, we need to have like a backup. So anything that you do and everything that you do, they just want all of that information, right? It has been a stepping stone, getting people gradually used to e-government, for citizens to access and use services, file taxes, vote, and collect benefits. So you won't be able to access government services unless you have this digital identity, which also will go into, ultimately, once again, that microchip. Okay, that must always be at the forefront of your mind when thinking about these things, that microchip. Okay, telecommunications, for users to own and use devices. For service providers, this is your cell phones. Okay, smart cities, etc. Okay, so they have some others as well. What's the no? Well, this says the future of digital IDs, but that's from a certain company. Digital identity, health, heritage, again, the same thing. Same thing they're showing you. All right, this is their goal, right? Right here, it shows you from the WEF, consumers to commercial providers of goods and services. They're telling you the value that having these digital identifications bring, right? And you can see asset-based service providers and buyers to asset owners, that's buying and selling. Consumers to commercial providers of goods and services, that's buying and selling. All right, the relationship between workers and employees, micro enterprises and consumers, and broad range of institutions buying and selling, governments and other individuals, civically minded individuals. That's once again, the whole concept of one party going to another party to receive services of some sort, right? Taxpayers and beneficiaries to public providers of goods and services, the same thing, the exchange of goods, the exchange, buying and selling, exchange between two individuals or two entities or two things. All right, so this is it, man. It's coming, and it's coming very swiftly because we're at the end of the rulership of the so-called white men, the Edomites, and they're getting ready to push their system. As it says in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, for the devil knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, he knows his time is short. He needs to get this popping and going. All right, these men have been planning this for decades. Okay, now there's this website called biometricupdate.com, which lets you know around the world what's going on. All right, so this entire system that is coming in, it's just creeping in. It's creeping in over there in China. I remember I did a video at this point, probably weeks ago. I know that for sure. Maybe not months. It's probably months as well, where this woman that was in China, she said that she wasn't able to access certain services because she didn't have their digital ID over there, or whatever equivalent it is named right now. She said she couldn't get anything because she didn't have it. And that's the system that they're bringing in, that unless you have it, you won't be able to have access to these services as stepping stone towards the mark of the beast prophecy, which is the microchip. So you have over there in India, right? In India, here it is, like a stepping stone. They've been focusing very heavily on India to bring about their digital identification system. India, at this point in time, the last time I checked, has the world's largest population. Yes, it has surpassed China. All right. So China, they already have the system in to a very high degree, in my opinion. They're also very far along with their central bank digital currency, the digital yuan, where they have tested it and used it for commercial purposes. Okay, so China's well on the way with the system. India is well on its way as well. So here it is, India's prisons to require Aadhaar authentication from inmates and visitors. So you will need to be a part of the Aadhaar digital identification system in order to either visit people, okay, but also if you've been incarcerated, it's going to be mandatory. This is a stepping stone to bringing in the system upon the people. And this has been mentioned before. I don't remember by which elder, or maybe it was the apostles, one of the apostles. My mind immediately comes to the elder apostle to heart, to be honest. Though maybe he said it, maybe he didn't, but I know I heard it, that this system is going to be pushed first on the government workers, people who are in the military, people who are in the police force, people that are incarcerated, the inmates. Those are the kinds of people that will that the system is going to fall upon first. And here it is, living proof. All right, but then also as well, an article right below it, Greece adding more ID documents to government digital ID. You see, it's all coming along. Posted November 3rd, 2023. Greece's digital governance minister Dimitris Papas, okay, says 2 new documents, namely the car registration license and the biometric passport, will soon be added to the gov.gr digital wallet app that was launched last year. The government official dropped the hint in an interview with a local radio. Issues related to the legal and technical procedures are being worked out, and the 2 documents will be supported by the wallet within the next 6 months, the minister said. So this is digital wallet, okay, merged with digital ID, okay. It says here, the outlet also cites Papas whatever as saying that a new version of the digital wallet is being developed to which more credentials such as the new national digital ID card, the DYPA unemployment benefits, okay, so that's government services card, and academic diplomas will be added, right, your qualifications for those jobs. Going back to keeping in mind the goal of the WEF with these digital identification systems. This is the system coming together. It's being put in place. Okay, the new version of the wallet is expected to be launched within weeks. This is it, man. This is it. So Greece started issuing new digital IDs in September, and Opera, it says, was launched last year. Let's look at this. An article from June 20th, 2022. Jamaica, Greece advancing digital ID plans with biometrics capture pilot digital ID. And so it reads, Jamaica, Greece, Pakistan, Serbia, and Turkey have all either entered or are planning to enter new phases of their respective digital identity rollout programs. While Jamaica says citizens of the diaspora will be factored into its new national ID card, the NIDS scheme, for which a pilot for biometrics capture is expected in August. And this will keep in mind, this was from last year. Greek authorities say the rollout of a wallet for digital ID credentials will begin by the end of July in Pakistan, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so this is it, man. This is all the plans, and it's been in the works, and it's coming. All right, and in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not tarry." And this is the vision speaking louder than ever. And it's not only this vision of the mark of the beast prophecy, it's all of these prophecies that are very much glaring at the world right now, being close to popping off. So with that, I like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashukah Kodesh, Shalom.